We live in a digital age. We all love our screens, but it should be noted that too much screen time for your growing child can be detrimental to their eye health and their vision. Everyone loves their iPads, their computers, their phones, but we would be remiss if we didn't remind parents that too much of this can be harmful, particularly at very young ages. In general, how much screen time your child does should be based on their age. For example, the true recommendations are that children 3 years old and younger really should essentially have zero screen time. It's hard to know if this is realistic in this digital screen time age, so I like to caution parents to absolutely give no cell phones to little kids, no use of cell phones at all, no iPad, but television at a distance of at least 6 feet, up to an hour a day, preferably broken up in 30-minute increments, would be acceptable. These days we're finding that so many children are addicted to their parents' phones, using other relatives' phones, and cell phone is by far the worst influence for the eyes of a young child. It can really promote a lot of nearsightedness. It can even sometimes promote eye crossing. So we want to avoid cell phones as sort of the worst screen for young eyes. By young eyes, I mean children typically 6 and younger. 3 and younger are even more sensitive. iPad usage is second worst in my opinion. So the iPad, if you watch children, they hold it real close and they get very, very sort of hypnotized by the screen. So this also would not be an ideal screen to do. I mean, you can perhaps in a child over 5 do limited amounts of iPad usage, give them like a 20-minute use of the iPad, 30 minutes. Television is the least harmful, but again, the kids who are sitting watching hours and hours of television, this can also be detrimental to eye health in terms of both promoting needing glasses early or other issues. More and more we're finding in this age that we're all busy and many of us are on our screens. It's really difficult to tell your children to then not be on their screens. So this is one of the biggest struggles that we've all faced in our own homes and with our own children. So it's sort of like we have to cut down some of our screen time to encourage our kids to cut down theirs. They do get screen time in the schools as a lot of the education is screen-based now. So what do we have to do at home to sort of get them to pivot and go away from screens? Well, obviously when the weather is nice, promoting outdoor playtime is very key. In the house, we can't be outside all the time, living on the East Coast as we do. In the house, there should be non-digital games, whether it's Legos, toys with crafts, art. I've even encouraged some of the older kids, their parents to have maybe certain good headphones for them with audiobooks that are age appropriate, even podcasts that are age appropriate for kids 6 and older, something to distract them away from the screens. Of course, board games played with some siblings or played with family members. This could be very engaging. And not only does it help with eye health, I believe it even helps for better socialization of children and better overall development to sort of put down the screens and engage in real life activities more.